What's good with it in the hood with it? Welcome back to the collective clips where you already know we tas. We keep on tossing and getting it in. But before we get it in, let's get this intro in. Welcome back to the channel. And if you haven't already hit that like and subscribe button, make sure you go ahead and do that. Put your notification bell on all so that way you're directing the direction of the dope content that the gun stays kicking. And I appreciate the support, man. I'm very humbled by it. Woo! You guys ready for a spooky tale? This one kind of tripped me out, right? Because it just recently happened 2 weeks ago. I just stood in a haunted trailer. And let me tell you guys something right now. I felt it. I could feel it. I felt the shit, right? It was like fucking going to one of my tia's house. Hey, get your ass over here, stupid. I'm gonna fuck you up with a sartén, right? Like, you know how you can feel it? I felt it, right? It felt like chancla upside my head. But I'm gonna tell you guys what was happening. So we actually went out to a place. And, you know, I've been doing a lot of fishing lately, kicking it with my family, kicking it with my homeboys. And I'm getting invited to all these fishing trips. And I just caught me a little boat. So I'm all sparked. It's my only second boat I've ever owned. And I'm acting like I fucking got a yacht or something, right? Like I'm Floyd Mayweather. And it's just a little piece of shit, 14-foot smoker craft, but I think I'm doing it, right? And so the plan was me, my brother-in-law, some homeboys, we were going to go out to this place that we had found online that what they do is there's a fucking salmon river, like where you catch all kinds of river. There's docks. You can dock your boat. Like it's just perfect for us, right? And the homies were going to take their boat. We were going to take my boat, and we're just going to go out there and have a good time and fish. And so what was cool about this spot was they actually have trailers and cabins out on their property, and you could rent one. So it was like $200-300 for the weekend, whatever. It was real cheap, like cool. And the whole thing is to get down into that area, man, and to go on them docks. We were trying to catch some fish, right? Salmon weren't running, but fuck it, we can catch a little bass and just go out there and fuck around, drink and chill and shit. That was the plan. And so when you get up to this spot, right, it's located not far from the Washington, Oregon coast, meaning it's right there on the coast. And the coast is beautiful out there. It's always overcast, but it's beautiful, right? And so I never knew that this fucking river existed as close to the ocean it is. It actually has water that fucking meets up. So if you keep on driving on this river, you end up out in the ocean. Facts, right? So it's a pretty large river and shit. I was like, oh, this is beautiful. But anyways, we pull up to the spot and it's late night already. We got there probably about 11 o'clock at night. And the people, they waited up for us because they're trying to get that money. So we go in, there's an old lady that comes out. And this chick, she looks like fucking third eye blind. This chick looks like the hills had eyes and then lost them and then got them again, right? No teeth. She looked like Roach's mom. Just tore back, right? Just a white lady like, what's up, brothers? Right? That's how she came to the thing like, you guys want a fucking room? Like, no, not necessarily. Not if there's all fucking kinds of smoke coming out of it. But anyways, you could just tell that these people, their best years were behind them. There was a man and an older woman. And like I said, between them, they had one tooth. And it was not necessarily in that order, right? So we get there, the lady's waiting, ding, ding. It's like, right when you pull up to the spot, it looks like an old farmhouse, but they've converted to like a country store. And they sell bait and they sell fucking sodas and they sell whatever you need, chips and whatever. You can get everything there. The motherfuckers actually live there. If you go in the back, there's a bathroom with a pool table and they had no toilet paper. Like I had to say, can I get toilet paper? A dude ran to his fucking up to his room and brought me a roll. He did it like prison. How much do you need? Fuck, I'm paying as much as I want, right? So anyways, we're like, we tell this lady, so what do you got? Do you got any cabins available? Because we had tried to get a cabin, right, for all the homies. She was like, you know, we're actually at a cabin. She was like, but we got a trailer. So I'm like, what do you mean a trailer? Like, fuck. We drove all the way out here for a fucking trailer? Right? We could just sleep in the fucking trucks. She was like, no, they're nice. They got Wi-Fi. They got TVs. They're all set up, kitchens, everything. But it's a mobile home, basically. And we're just there to fish. So we don't really give a fuck where we sleep, to be honest with you. And it's cheap. It's like $100 cheaper. And she was like, you caught us. You guys are actually getting the last trailer that we're ever going to be able to rent out. And so my boy's like, why? Why is that? You know, he's always asking too many fucking questions, right? It's like, bro, they're high. Don't ask them too many questions. They're going to tell you their whole life story. But he's like, why? And I'm like, oh, here we go. And she goes, well, it's because the city's trying to shut us down, right? Well, there's always a reason why this fucking city's trying to shut you down. You don't have this shit posted on fucking the internet. You guys can come here and there's all kinds of pictures, people holding big ass fish and shit. And literally, man, hey, I went there one time. Look, I'm going to show you guys on my phone. I went there one time. I caught the biggest fucking salmon in my life. I'll show you guys. I want you guys to see at that particular, not that spot, but a spot similar to that, right? So I thought I was going to catch me something like that. You see that? Doing it big, right? So I can't wait to get in the water. So anyway, the homeboy's asking her a million fucking questions. And she was like, yeah, we're battling with the city right now. They want to shut us down. We had a couple bad people move in here. And I guess that place you can literally rent it out and live there. They got all the hookups, right? And so whatever the case may be, she's telling us this big long story. I'm not listening. Bitch, do you got sand shrimp? You got bait? Are the salmon biting? That's all I want to know. And so we ride down this dark road. It's dark, right? Down this gravel road. And there's literally fucking elk and deer and all kinds of shit you don't get to see regularly, right? We're passing by these motherfuckers. The elks are taking a piss and shit. They're standing up, taking a piss. Like, you guys don't know where you're going. And so we go. And this trailer was spider trailer. Hey, my brother-in-law got like 6 spider bites on his forehead within 5 minutes. Like, that motherfucker was infested with every type of insect possible. I was like, oh, I'll just sleep in the truck. Fuck this. But there was enough beds and like, it was cool. Like, for a bunch of grown men, it's cool. But it's fuck this, right? And so this tweaker dude comes, he's bringing us firewood because they got like a little fire pit. And I guess that's part of the perks, right? We'll give you firewood. And the lady goes, there's only one rule here. She looked at us all crazy with a fucked up eye. There's fucking one rule, brothers. Straight wood chick, right? I'm thinking like, no pussy or what's the rule here, right? She was like, just have fun. I'm like, well, I intend to. So we get out there. The homies crack the ice chest. They're drinking beers. I'm trying to stay away from it because of my diabetes, whatever, right? But I ain't going to lie. 1 or 2 did go down that night. And so we're sipping, we're having a good time. And my homeboy's complaining about the trailer. Man, there's fucking spiders, homie. There's this or that. Well, this ain't fucking Beverly Hills, eh? You know what I'm saying? We're fishing. I'm already fucking luring my shit up. I went within 5 minutes. I'm already off the dock. And so the lady had told us, make sure if you have any children with you that they wear life vests. 100% for sure, right? And we're like, oh, we don't got no children with us. We're not tripping, right? She's like, okay, I'm just telling you. That's one of the main things here. That was like the 1A rule, right? We weren't sure we didn't have children, so it was cool. So we're kicking back, and the homeboy's all faded. He's like, I'm gonna put my foot in the water. Like I said, man, a fucking sturgeon's gonna eat your toenails. And we're perving, we're feeling ourselves, and we're like, in the morning, we're gonna wake up like 4 or 5 in the morning. We're gonna take the boats out there. We're gonna go have a good time. So the way that this place was set up, because I paid the majority of it, me and the homie, and everyone else just fucking freeloaded. It was like, you guys get the bunk beds. There was like, it fit like 5 beds. You could actually move the table, make a bed. The couch turned into a bed. There was a bedroom, which bang, bang, I didn't get. I got the fucking table, right? But then there was fucking 2 bunk beds, and the homies are all in their PC'd up in their cell. And we're like, fuck it's whatever. My brother-in-law's fucking spiders everywhere, right? He's complaining all night. And I get it. Shit, I ain't mad at him. And so I'm chilling, right? And now you got to understand, this tweaker came. He brought us firewood. He was all telling this crazy stories. Yeah, this fucking place used to be filled with tweakers. I ran them all out of here. I cleaned this place up. There's literally a pile of dog shit, like right where he's standing with flies everywhere. He has to shoo them away while he's telling the story. I'm like, well, you didn't clean it up too well, right? His cleaning wasn't my cleaning. So I'm just sitting there listening to him. Just say, man, just drop the firewood off and get the fuck out of here. Then he starts telling the story. Look, trip out on this dude. He's a straight up wood fucking crazy looking dude. He's like, hey, yeah, I fucking love it here. Because my brother-in-law's like, hey, so how long you been on? I've been out here for like 4 fucking years. Yeah, my lady, she divorced me, and I just one day came out here camping, and I just stood here, and they hired me. And there used to be a lot of tweakers here, and I got them all out of here. And yeah, you took all their bags and their pipes, and you got rid of them. And he's like, yeah, I love it here. I don't even have to pay for food. I was like, damn. I was like, oh, you catch that much fish? You just no, not that. Like, everyone just looks out for me. I just go from trailer to trailer and knock on their door, and they give me breakfast and everything. Yeah, well, don't knock on this one, motherfucker, because we're going to McDonald's. Don't ever knock on this one, right? So he's telling us all this shit, and it's whatever. Now, let me explain to you. That was in the morning. When we pulled up that night, like I said, it was eerie and it was dark. I went to go cast a little bit just to see if I can catch some fish, but it was too dark, too late, right? there's an electricity in the air. Like I feel something ain't right. Like I'm already leery about this place because it's like you have to go way down a dark road and it's like dark. They don't got no lights out there. You got to light a fire. You're some fucking old man looking like, you got kids? No, fuck no, I don't. I got fucking guns though, right? Yeah. So, anyways, I don't, but you know. So, anyways, that morning that dude's explaining he brought the firewood. It's whatever. It's cold than a motherfucker out there too. But that night, my brother-in-law's complaining about the spiders and shit. And I could hear kids or like one kid out there like laughing and playing. And I'm like, damn, who lets these kids out at fucking 11, 12 o'clock at night? It's already late, right? Because when we got there, we chilled, drank for a couple of like an hour. And then we're going to crash out, wake up 4 or 5 in the morning, get to it, fishing. And our plan wasn't just to stay there. We're going to launch our boats and then we're going to ride up and down the river. And then we're going to go to the jetty and go crabbing. And we had some shit we were going to do that weekend. We had a great time too. I ain't even gonna lie. We ended up at a strip club and it was as close to fish as we can get. I'm gonna tell you that much, right? And so, anyways, we're right there chilling, and I heard some kids, and my brother, "Did you hear that?" And I said, "Yeah, this fucking sounds like these fucking tweakers got their little kids running around here, right?" And I look out there, and I go out there, and I don't see no kids. My homeboy's out there smoking a leño, and he was like, "Hey, you fucking heard a kid and shit?" I was like, "Yeah, I heard that. It's a trip, huh?" He's like, "I don't see no kids though." I said, "Man, it's pitch black out here, so maybe they are running around." Or you're just hearing another trade. It could have been whatever, right? So the next day, a paisa pulls up. Now there's a cabin right there, and I need an anchor for my boat. Like I got an anchor on my boat, but I need another one so I could drop 2 on the side. And my brother-in-law takes a little walk, and he's like, "Hey, fool, there's a fucking badass anchor just sitting right there. Let's snag that motherfucker." I said, "Grab it," right? So he said, "Let's go over there." So we go over there to grab some more firewood because there's like broken trees and shit. And when we walk over there, there's a paisa that pulled up with his family. His old lady was bad too, man. I ain't gonna lie, I was looking. And they pull up and his kids or whatever, and he brought a badass boat. He's got all his crab pots, like he's out there getting ready, full chickens. He's hooking shit up. And I start talking to him, "Hey, what's up?" Ooh, and he's like, "Oh yeah, I drove 4 hours to come up here." He's like, "Man, this place ain't what they said in the brochure." I said, "No, it isn't." And watch it. Make sure you guys got raid because either you got you either need raid for the spiders or we're gonna get raided out here from the Met smoke. But either way, some raids popping. So he's like, "All right." And he was like, "Hey, you hear and he had rolled up, I guess, that night after we crashed out. He came late night because he drove, right? He's like, "Hey, you hear kids running around here last night and shit?" I said, "Nah." And then I thought, myself, before I even talked to him, those were his kids, right? But he was like, "No, my kids are quiet. They know better. They're Mexican. Shit, they better shut the hell up." Right? And so he's like, "You heard like a little kid running around here?" I said, I heard that. It was weird. So anyways, you can just get an eerie feeling in the paisas, whatever. So the next day, that night, we go fishing all day. We go have a good time. That night, the paisas is drinking beer with the homies. You know what I mean? Like they're right there. So it's like a collabo. And his old lady wasn't hard on the ice. So she was always sitting there with the baby. Like she was bouncing. Motherfuckers like this, looking, right? And so everyone's kicking it, getting to know each other. He's like, "Yeah, we should take my boat out there crabbing. We go out there to the jetties." Yeah, cool, right? And he pulls me to the side, or he doesn't pull me to the side. We're just chopping it up. And he's like, "Hey, you fucking hear the kid again last night?" I said, "I didn't." He said, "Man, my lady said she heard it like right there in the thing." I said, I didn't hear shit, right? So that night we all go crabbing everything. We catch a whole bunch of shit. We do like a little crab boil right there on his trailer because their shit was better than our trailer, right? At his cabin. And we're all chopping it up. And they're telling ghost stories and crazy shit. And I was like, "Man, this motherfucking place is probably haunted, right?" And his lady starts Googling it, like looking up when the fucking spotty ass internet, tweaker ass internet they got comes in, right? And she's looking, she was like, "Oh shit," right? And she's showing us, like, "Look at this." And it says about a kid missing in the area, right? Now, I'm not sure it was that particular spot, but it was in the area. So everyone's like coming with all these conspiracy theories. "Oh, maybe that's the kid. Maybe, right?" I'm like, "Man, that's just in the area, bro. It's not right here. Out of all places, going to come over here where everyone's all spun out. Nah, it ain't doing that, right?" And so we need some bait the next day. And like I said, that country store, they sell bait right there, but it's expensive. But you can go right down the street and there's like a little bait stores and it's cheaper. But I'm like, "Fuck it, man. I want to fish." So I'm like, "Let's just get it right here." I tell my brother-in-law, they got sand shrimp, live sand shrimp. Let's get it, right? And we're going to go catch lingcod on the jetty. And so we can get some worms and shit. Anyways, we go up there and that lady's there with one eye. "How are you guys having fun?" "Nah, bitch, we're having bites from spiders. You got fucking spray?" Anyways, I get the bait and I was like, "Yeah, man. Hey, I hear a little kid at night. There's people out there that got their kid because it sounds like a little kid running around. I just want to make sure that kid doesn't go fall in the fucking river." When I say that, she starts crying. And she goes, "You heard him too?" And I said, what's up? And she goes, you didn't hear about what happened here? And I go, nah. And she said that, she goes, it made national news. And so just so you guys know, the place where I stood, it's called Chinook RV fucking things. It's in Lincoln City, Oregon. It's right on the coast. For those of you that think I'm bullshitting, right? And I'm like, no. And she was like, well, my nephew fell into the river like 9 months ago. And it made world news. It was all over the place. And they were looking for the baby. Like, I guess thousands of people went out there looking for him and whatever, right? And they end up finding him. Some diver from California, I guess, found him, came all the way from California and found him downstream, right? And they end up arresting the father which was her brother, right? They arrested him for, I guess, child neglect or whatever, right? It was some weird shit that was going on. And like I said, these people were all spun out. They were straight up tweakers, man. So I don't know what really happened with that kid, but she was like, people said that they hear him laughing at night. I don't give a fuck what anyone says. I know what I heard. I know what my boys heard. I know what that Paisa and his wife heard. I was like, what? So when we end up going into town, we go fishing, do our thing. We go to the jetties, right? We come back and we're all eating big fat steaks this big, right? And we're living our best life. Homies are drinking, eating. They caught a few fish. They're putting them on the grill, some trout. And the Paisa chick was like, hey, did you ever find out what happened or whatever? And I go, I did. I talked to the lady. And she didn't believe me, Paisa chick. No, tú es un pinche mentiroso. Well, go, bitch. Shit, I want to see your ass anyways. Walk up the hill. She did with her kids, all her kids and shit. I'm like, I don't know about bringing kids here. Kids come up missing around this motherfucker, right? So she comes back all shocked. Oh, it's true. No, and she starts Googling all this shit and looking it up. Sure enough, it was. And so there's a lot of people at that particular spot, I guess, that report that they still hear that kid or that kid fucking haunts that spot. I thought it was just in the area when she first Googled it. It was really on that fucking dock where I was first fishing at. That's, I guess what happened that day was they were having like a birthday or something, and the dad was pisteando. The dad was faded, good old wood. Brother, I'm fucking drinking Coors Light, the silver bullet, right? And he's all faded, and he has his 2-year-old son, which I guess they lived on that property. They were family. They're all family that owned that property. I guess they let this little fucking Mad Hatter, this little kid just run around all on the docks and shit with fucking big fucking cougars and panthers across the street, right? Because there's literally, when you're on the river, there's a fucking forest. You're in the forest. Bigfoot's over there jacking off next to a koala bear. It's crazy over there, right? And you can see mountain lions and all kinds of shit. I mean, we didn't, but you can, I guess. It's just a deep ass river. You don't want to, I mean, it hooks up with the ocean, man. And I guess this kid was playing and whatever, and he either fell off or someone pushed him off. Either way, right? Maybe the dad just didn't want to deal with it no more, or whatever the case. But the poor baby, he fell into the water and he drowned, right? And so unfortunately, the family was dealing with that. And then at the same time, the city was trying to shut him down. So she told us that story about they're trying to shut us down because of whatever. And we're in town and there's a bait shop, and we're always getting bait because we always run out of it because we fish a lot. And we tell, hey, you know anything about that place? And they're like, you're there? Oh, I wouldn't fucking go there. That's a dirty ass, tweaker ass place. Like, fuck, how do we know? Yeah, don't believe the hype. And they're like, they got a little kid, man. There's people don't know if his own dad pushed him, and they say it's haunted. And I said, oh, we heard a kid. See, told you, I wouldn't fucking stay there. So anyways, we ended up staying there. Like, I didn't hear nothing else. After the lady told us, it was like fucking, I don't know if they're trying to make that a fucking scary attraction or whatever, but it was a trip, man. And I tripped out. You know what I mean? I've experienced a lot of paranormal experiences in my life, but it was what it was. How about when that lady went up there, the Paisa chick? Big butt, too. Looking like Benavides' wife. I wouldn't say that at Benavides, but I'll keep it real, right? When she came back, what about when we woke up in the morning, they were gone? Paisa's gone, man. My brother-in-law got the number to the Paisa because I guess he's going to go over there to where he stays and fucking, the dude lives fucking deep fucking into wherever, right? He's going to go hook up and go fishing and whatever they're going to do. But I said, hey, text him. And he texted me and he said, nah, we were hearing crazy stuff. My wife wanted to go with the kids. They were scared, so they left. So anyways, we ended up leaving. There was nothing paranormal after that, but I stood in a fucking haunted trailer. Like, the trailer was haunted by spiders, to tell you the truth, right? But I did hear that kid, or I heard some kid. I don't know. Maybe it was some old man fucking with us. Fuck these watch. Right? I don't know. Anyways, with that being said, I hope you enjoyed this episode, man. Hey, tomorrow, introducing the all brand new Super Norteño series, right? Whopping. Wait till you guys see this one. Thumbs up or thumbs down. Heavy's going to be the head that wears the crown. I'm going to continue to strive, struggle, and strive for what I truly believe in. And that's the betterment of all people, man. I appreciate you guys. If you guys are really into these types of stories and into the Super Norteño series, hit a 1. Let's go.